This is the story how one 30-year-old woman built a $58,600 income on Telegram.
She is 30 years old. She was simply running a Telegram channel, no team, no investors, no office. People read her posts on the subway, in the kitchen, and before going to sleep. After 14 months, this channel brought her $58,600, not from courses, not from info business, but from ads and simple guides that solved specific problems. When she started Telegram, she had no strategy. She was 30 years old and the channel began with 0 subscribers, a regular nickname, and the feeling that she just needed a place to store her thoughts. She wrote in the evenings, sometimes late at night, sometimes from her phone at a bus stop. The topics were ordinary: work, exhaustion, money, mistakes, observations. The first month brought 47 subscribers, mostly friends and acquaintances. The second month, 118, no sudden spikes. She didn't buy ads, didn't join promo lists, didn't ask for reposts. She simply wrote every day. After 3 months, the channel had 640 people. She noticed something strange. People didn't unsubscribe, they read silently but stayed. They saved posts, forwarded them, sometimes sent long personal messages. This wasn't about entertainment, it was about recognition. That was the first time she thought that attention itself was already an asset, even if it wasn't bringing money yet. By month 6, the channel had grown to 2,900 subscribers. She still hadn't earned a single dollar, but she was spending time about 1 to 1.5 hours a day. She began analyzing which posts people read longer. It turned out that concrete numbers worked best: how much she earned, how much she spent, how much she saved, how many times she failed. One post about her personal monthly budget reached 41% read through, which was above average for Telegram. People started asking, can you share the template? She created a simple 9-page PDF, no design, just tables and explanations. Price $7. In the first 5 days, 83 people bought it. She earned $581. These were the first dollars from the channel, not huge, but fundamental. She realized people didn't need a perfect product. They needed something clear and usable. After the first guide, she stopped writing chaotically. She didn't turn the channel into a shop, but she started thinking systematically. 1 theme per month: money, work, relocation, self-organization. By month 9, the channel had 8,400 subscribers. Average post reach was 3,800 to 4,200. She released 3 more guides: how to manage a personal budget, $9; how to find your first online clients, again $12; how to stop working for free, and $15. Total guide revenue over 4 months reached $18,200. No launches, no warm-ups, no marathons, just links under posts. At the same time, advertisers started reaching out. At first, they offered $40 to $50 per post. She declined. Then she agreed to her first ad at $120. There were no unsubscribes. 2 months later, the average ad price rose to $350. She published no more than 3 ad posts per month to protect trust. By month 12, the channel reached 14,700 subscribers. This was a turning point. Income became regular. On average, ads $2,800 to $3,200 per month. Guides $1,400 to $1,900 per month. Total monthly income fluctuated between $4,200 and $5,100. She was still working alone, no manager, no designer. She spent about 10 hours per week. The hardest part wasn't earning money. She was rejecting advertisers. She turned down about 70% of requests. Some brands offered $1,000 per post, but didn't fit the channel's values. She understood that one bad ad could cost 1,000 unsubscribes and therefore future income. By this point, total revenue had passed $41,000. The last 2 months were the calmest and the most profitable. The channel grew organically, widening out about 600 to 700 subscribers per month. People came through recommendations, reposts, forwarded messages. She released a final guide, a compilation of all her experience, 27 pages, priced at $29. 612 people bought it. Revenue, $17,748. Ads during the same period brought another $6,100. When she summed up 14 months, the number felt unreal. $58,600 in net income, no investments, no team, no loud promises, just a Telegram channel and people's attention. This story isn't about luck or algorithms. It's about patience and honesty. She didn't try to act like an expert. She shared only what she had lived through herself. So she didn't teach people how to make millions. She showed reality with numbers. Telegram became not a social network for her, but an asset. An asset you can grow slowly but steadily. This path isn't fast. It doesn't give money in 30 days, but it gives control, trust, and results. And most importantly, this story gives motivation to anyone who thinks that without a budget, a team, or connections, nothing is possible. It is possible if you do it simply, honestly, and long enough. After the channel started bringing stable income, a new feeling appeared. Calmness, not euphoria, not excitement, but predictability. She knew that if she published nothing tomorrow, income wouldn't disappear instantly. The archive kept working, old guides were still being bought, and on average 3 to 6 sales per day, even without reminders. That was about $90 to $140 daily. She finally saw the difference between active work and accumulated attention. Subscribers who joined 8 to 10 months earlier were still reading, reacting, buying. The channel became more than a feed. It became an environment. She started calculating it as an asset. 14,700 subscribers times $3.98 average annual revenue per subscriber. The numbers were sobering. Before, she exchanged time for money. Now she was building a system that kept working even during pauses. Looking back, she clearly saw what worked. Not design, not trends, not viral formats, but consistency and specificity. Over 14 months, she published 427 posts. On average, 1 post per day, no weekends, no vacations. Not all texts were strong. Some were read by 1,200 people, others by 6,000, but none were fake. She never wrote about something she hadn't lived through. That's what built trust. Money became a consequence, not a goal. $58,600 didn't appear overnight. It was the result of hundreds of small decisions. Writing a post instead of watching a series, replying to a subscriber instead of scrolling, releasing a simple guide instead of chasing a perfect product. And if you want to hear my personal opinion about this story, let me know and I'll share it. And what do you think about this story? Write your opinion in the comments.